Hello and welcome to another episode of Duos in Destiny, where two Midwestern weathermen are just wrong all the time, but we finally got one prediction right on the weather, so they fired us. So now we're homeless, jobless, and all we do is record Dungeons & Dragons content for your entertainment, here in the form of a homebrew Spelljammer campaign. My name is Logan, and I will be the Dungeon Master. And I would like to give a very special shout out to Jason Wardell of In the Vast Forest on Spotify and Bandcamp. Be sure to check him out and show him your love from us here at Duos in Destiny. And then also we'd like to give a special shout out to Roll for Sketching on Instagram. She does all of our awesome custom character artwork, and she also is open to commissions from your custom character artwork. So be sure to check her out as well. With all that being said, tossing it over to you.
It looks like it's gonna rain. Sorry, it's a bad habit. But hey guys, it's Brandon, your player here on Commander's Log. Guys, thank you, and welcome back to episode number 33. 33, holy cow. Carson has had lots of adventures. We're so pleased and grateful for you to be joining us again with another story to tell. Please, if you haven't yet, like, subscribe, hit that follow button. All that helps. You know that. It's 2025.
Get in the comments.
Algorithms are fun. But please, share us with someone that you think would enjoy our podcast. It would be great to get some new people in. We should also mention that we are halfway through the month of January. And we are winding down. In fact, really we'll only have a few more days. That you have a chance to enter in for our giveaway this month, which is Turtle Taps by Boba Books. Logan, if you don't mind demonstrating here. Guys, turtle tabs are great. Look at those. Those are 3mm thick tabs. Super easy, super awesome. They make over 10 with more to come from more D&D books. But they're super strong. They come with an alignment card. Easily able to put those bad boys on. Look how pretty those look. We were able to do this. Don't you think you could? Probably even better than we did.
Well, I mean, do you see how good this looks? Like, good golly.
And if you stick them on, they're permanent. You have a little bit of leeway when you first stick them on. You can correct something if you make a little mistake. But once they're on, they're on. And playing a new campaign in 2024, new rules, looking stuff up, these make it super awesome. So all you're going to have to do in order for a chance to win this is stick around till halftime. And at halftime, we'll have a little mid-roll. And that mid-roll will tell you what you need to do in order to get it entered in. And guess what, guys? It's really, really simple. Like, so simple, my dog could do it. Probably. My dog, you know what I'm saying? But with that out of the way, I really think that takes us right into today's episode of Commander's Log.
Commander's Log.
The ritual completed. Carson Pizor and Zishin in quick exodus off for the last time, the planet, the mountainside of Torvengard, with one little quick flyby to say goodbye to his dear, dear old friend, Carlisle Colchester. An explosion rocketed them several hundred feet outside. Probably almost being a drastic decision to say goodbye to Carlisle one last time, but it was fun. Through the exhaustion and through the just overall effort of doing the ritual, Carson and Zishin found themselves in a coma-like state, sleeping for over 3 days. In that 3 days, Carson had a very important dream take place with a newly freed god in a location he'd never been to. And in conversing with Zishin afterwards, if I'm not mistaken, he had said that he had also had a similar like dream, which is very curious. So with the docket kind of open, they had headed their way back to New Torvengard, as it's kind of just been pronounced on the ship. And to Carson's surprise, as he awoke, they were sitting outside of orbit, outside of Vistratar, seemingly at New Torvengard. So I believe that's where we will find ourselves today.
That is where you pick up. I believe we left off right on you overlooking the rails, looking down on the planet that you had once visited and then moved an entire people to.
True.
Before, you guys are just now drifting kind of lazily above, still in orbit, and you hear Zage's voice break through and into your ear. He says, Carson, if you have a moment, there is something I would like to show you.
Absolutely, Zage, I'll be right there.
Okay.
Take off.
Yep. You head down into the Spelljamming Helm room, and there you find Zage seated, kind of in the meditative state that it takes to attune to the helm. And the orrery that you guys had discovered and poured your magic into to unlock a hidden feature is on display around the room. And Zage, as you enter, he breaks from the attunement to the helm, and he steps down and he says, so, after you had figured out how to do this,
You're right.
the tracking, I'd kept a close eye on the dots that were moving. We'd kind of discovered they were all of the Githyanki ships. So I just been keeping tabs on them. And that one ship where we met all the Thrykreen, that was also tracked from here. They recently made a stop. They left from that temple, and they went straight out. Their path intersected with this planet here, which is which planet? The 7th planet from the central star. They stopped here at the 7th planet, briefly, and then afterwards, the ship has just been drifting off, away from that planet. It took off from the planet and just started drifting away, out. There's no planets where it's even going off to, but it's just seemingly leaving the crystal sphere. But just as curious, those dots, and he points to a cluster of dots that, until you kind of get closer to them, look like a larger dot itself, and then it kind of like, as you get closer to them, you can see it's individual dots, and you count up 16 total. He says, those dots all at once left from the 10th planet, this one here, and he taps it in the planetary orbit. The planet, the 7th planet is on one side, and then the other planet that he taps, the 10th planet, is far off on, close to about exactly opposite of that planet there. They all left from there, and they started heading this way. I don't know their end goal, but they're quickly approaching the Terran fields themselves. They're a few days out from the asteroid belt.
Okay. Well, that is, with recent events, semi-troubling.
I would assume they're heading towards this over here, and he points to where there is a cluster of 3 of those dots that have been sitting within the asteroid belt for quite some time now.
You think there are additional Githyanki ships?
That's my assumption. And I'm guessing that's where they're all coming from, that 10th planet.
It's the 10th planet. That's very, phenomenal research, Sage.
I guess I'll preface this by saying they don't come from the 10th planet. They come from what looks like a moon off of the 10th planet.
Okay.
But
interesting.
Needless, they're coming from that far out, the outer planets.
Right.
Heading inwards. I've been keeping an eye on them because I'm just worried for whatever they're doing. But I wanted you to know.
Right. Very good. Well, thank you, Zage. We better keep a very strict eye. Very strict.
I'll keep monitoring them daily to see where they go.
We should probably inform the king. when we go down.
We can do that.
Okay.
Is that where we're heading now?
I think so.
New Torvengard?
I believe so, don't you?
Yes, I figured it was either New Torvengard or the Rawas, one of the two. But
And I feel like we'll probably visit both, I would imagine. I mean, Pazor will want to see his people. As well as I don't mind saying hi to them as well.
I would love to know what's happening on New Torvengard.
Very interested. Very interested. We've been gone for quite some time. Yes, to see.
Yeah. It'd be exciting to see familiar faces in unfamiliar places, I suppose.
It's unfamiliar to us now, isn't it?
Which is odd. Especially just having watched everything we knew blow up.
I'm afraid we probably should keep that. Maybe from the general public, I don't know. Or maybe it bodes well for the reason for the move. Maybe it makes sense to let everyone know that, hey, this is what we were afraid of, and this did happen. Maybe we leave out the part that we did it, but...
We can always blame it on the Artuks.
Yes.
I don't think it'd be a bad idea to keep it from the general public and just let the king know, at least, what happened. And then they can make that decision. Oh, I guess, are we ready then?
Yeah, let's head down.
Okay. Heading that way.
All right, I'll be back on top.
And he hops back on the chair. And as you're walking down the hall, you can feel the V-Star hammer take flight and just kind of and drop away from orbit and head down towards the planet of East Rotar. You guys go towards the familiar mountain range where you guys had settled, and soon the city comes into view. Immediately, there are some massive changes that have undergone in the some 6 months since you have last been here. You remember you guys had settled around where a stream had trickled down the side of the mountain. That stream has since been terraformed into a large waterfall that graces down the side of the mountain and plummets straight into the central base of the city. Surrounding the waterfall and where it punches through is a halo of what is a suspended structure that you can tell is the space docks. Kind of like a crown to the entire city and a water falling straight down into it. There is a large pond. The waterfall pours into a lake at this point, where you can see the 3 arcs are berthed, as well as several other ships, galleons and bombards specifically, at their docks within the wet docks. And then quite a few ships themselves surrounding the space docks. But the waterfall crashes down into a city of true craftsmanship. It's still largely under construction, but you can see where they've utilized the abundance of a variety of resources. They now have access to endless amounts of wood, as well as way too much rock and mineral. The walls of most of the buildings glitter with minerals and veins of ore that are proudly on display to distinguish the craftsmanship of each building. But then it's a mixture of new building techniques from what they've learned and how to utilize new materials. One of the coolest and most interesting things that you see on New Torvengard is where the waterfall crashes into the lake below. There are 2 massive water wheels that are constantly turning. And attached to the water wheels and climbing up the mountain is a system of platform escalators that just constantly rotate up. And then it stops. It doesn't stop. It's a constant rotation. But along the mountainside is terraces of where the city has been built into the mountainside. And you can hop off on each of those platform escalators where you can fit multiple wagons on each of them. And they stop off on each of those terraces as a way to get up and down the city without having to take the staircases. But then, as you guys come flying in and stopping at the space docks, you're berthed, and immediately there is a flurry of motion from the docks themselves as people help lash the Starhammer into place. And you see a familiar face in the crowd.
Papa?
Well, almost a familiar face. You see someone waving you down. Looks very similar to your dad, but a drastic change. Would you roll a D100 for me?
What does that look for? And what do you mean a drastic change? Oh, no. Folks, what happened? 38.
Ooh, a 38. Okay. Let me get here real quick. I wasn't 100% prepared for you, which is on me.
Should I roll with the little dice? That's crazy.
Go ahead and roll 2 more D100s so I know for the future.
Whoa, what do you mean? What did you do to my mother and my brother?
Nothing.
No,
I didn't do anything. It was
61.
61.
I'll do this with all different sets of dice. That'd be green, so that's got to be for. We'll say that one's for.
There we go.
Mama.
Mama.
And then this one will be for brother. 89. Oh,
89.
Yep.
Okay. Your father, you can see the familiar structure. Most bizarrely to you are the wings protruding out of his back. And the fact that he's no longer a human. He has a beak. And
what?
It is a full-on bird person that he waves you down and takes to the sky and lands in front of you, and the familiar voice of your father Tobias comes out and he says, "Carson, it's so good to see you." And he brings you into a feathery hug.
I'm definitely standoffish. My hand goes between my chest and his, and I go,
I apologize.
"Who are you?"
It is me, Tobias. I'm sorry, it's been about a month. You get used to this. There's a lot to catch you up on.
Yeah. What? You're not my father.
I promise I am. I'm sorry. Things have been really weird here. There's something more going on. They think they know what's going on.
You're a bird.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Can we talk somewhere private?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. Follow me. And I'll take him back on the ship.
Yeah. And he follows you back onto the ship. And the dock workers themselves, as you look around the city, you see there's a very good mix of some people that still look like Torvengard residents, a lot of dwarves, gnomes, scattering of warforged and auto gnomes, humans themselves, but then there is a very large population of not just lion folk, which there are quite a few now, but a very, very large population of just random animal folk. It doesn't seem to have any rhyme or reason of where they are, but it is new residents and new species of humanoids that you've never seen before.
Okay.
And as your father, or the Birdman father, stops, you guys stop on the ship in a private location, wherever that is for you, wherever would be comfortable.
Or maybe at that point, I imagine anywhere.
Okay.
Into the quarters, back along the fantail deck, I mean, wherever.
He kind of leans back. I'll say the fantail deck is a good spot. he kind of like leans his hands on the railing and looks out upon the dock workers themselves. And he's like, I'm sure you'll notice quite a few familiar faces. And he points out people that you would never recognize. That would be Old Man Sambui. And he points out several others to you. Names that you recognize, people that you don't. It started with the people that first arrived here, the original settlers. They underwent a change. Not everybody survived. Probably about a third of them all went crazy.
Oh no.
What the people of the Rawas call feral.
Ferals.
Yes. This happened on let me get the date right. On the 8th of Tene. 6 months to the day from their first arrival. There was utter panic around the city. We awoke to alarm bells and screams and everything in between. There were our friends, the people that we'd looked up to for forming our city, attacking the town, attacking each other, attacking their family, and anything that came across them. There was a hollowness to their eyes and a hunger.
I've seen them.
Some we had to kill. Some fled down the mountain, into the mountains, and ran away. And about a third of them changed. Their minds were still there. They're the same person. They didn't even know that they had changed until everyone around them reacted differently to the new arrivals in town. The new arrivals that just came out of their neighbor's home. Changed into beast folk, as we've come to call each other. I don't know. We speculated, not we, the powerful minds of Torvengard, speculated on what's going on, but we weren't fast enough to get ahead of it. We didn't know what was coming, other than the small accounts of the people that did survive, the people that were transformed into something new. They all said they had a dream of 3 godly women altering their bodies and almost casting spells on them. And then when they awoke, they were born anew. So we didn't know what to expect. But 6 months from our arrival, me, your mother, Kenan, it happened again. That's how this happened. Well, we were lucky. None of us went feral. We'd been warned of what to expect, that this could be happening. So most of us preemptively, there was a lot of praying, and then there was desperation. Me, your mother, and I, we chained ourselves. That way, if we did go feral, we wouldn't hurt each other or Kianan. But whatever happened, it did happen. And now we've been living like this. Me, a bird folk. Your mother, a cat. And your brother, I mean, he's also a bird, but a little different.
Is there no fixing you?
They've tried. At the Spelljamming Academy specifically has been delving into the research of transformation of people and things, and there's been no success. From what we can tell, this is permanent. The only thing that stopped it, after the second settlers, we knew the date of when the third change would occur. So all of those residents we shipped to Raftport, and he points to the gray moon in the sky. They built a settlement up there, a waypoint for the spelljamming helms, and basically a trading outpost. We shipped them all out there because the few early settlers that were living up there didn't undergo the change. So we pushed everybody up there a week in advance, and nothing happened. So they began a rotation. Everybody goes and stays on Raftport for about a week prior to their 6-month anniversary. It's worked. We've avoided the mass hysteria. There was a lot of casualties early on. It was probably about 500 people of the second settlers that didn't make it. But me, your mother, and your brother were fine. I had that dream. I don't know what I saw, Carson. But I remember the way you talked about Femus, the divine presence he had when you saw him. And that's what I felt. This overwhelming urge to cry in front of these women that approached me, cast their spells on me. I didn't fight back. I accepted what they did. Then I woke up. It has its perks. He thrusts his wings out.
I'm at a loss of words. Where's Admiral Jim Horner?
He's on Raftport.
And King Imildro?
He's here. The palace is just behind the waterfall there, where the skyport wraps around like a halo around the waterfall, and crashing behind it is where he gestures.
Father, I will find you this evening. I must take care of some business first.
He pulls out a slip of paper from his pocket and he jots down his address. And he passes it to you.
Thanks. I know nothing is in general, so this doesn't help me, but... I'm joking. I'll find it.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. I need some time to think about this and come to an understanding.
We're 5 terraces down. We'll have dinner ready.
You have a nice place?
It's beautiful.
Okay, I'll see you this evening.
Of course. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes.
I know it's a lot to take in and probably just as hard to believe.
You have no reason to apologize. I've been gone for so long, I didn't know what to expect to come. I stepped off the ship and this isn't what I...
A lot has changed.
Oh, yeah.
But this place is This place is incredible.
Okay.
We have nothing but gratitude for everything that you've done to get us and our people here. Carson, we're so proud of you.
Thanks. It was a group effort. I'll see you this evening. I'll find you.
You notice there is a very large crowd gathering on the docks. As many people as are gathering, there's no work being done. The hustle and bustle of the docks that you had arrived to, and the quick lashing of the Starhammer has slowed down to where it is just a crowd standing and watching the Starhammer. And more people trickle in. The crowd grows more diverse.
I boogie. Duster's on. I get covered up as much as I can.
And there's no mistaking who you are. Do you take Pizor's age or anybody?
I mean, I envisioned that they were coming off the ship anyways.
Yeah.
If they were waiting for me, if we can retroactively say they saw me like go up to the fantail deck and they kind of waited by the gangplank, or we call it the gangplank, right?
Yeah.
To get on and off. Then I coldly kind of brushed my father off. Not in a harsh way, but in a I need to leave right now way. I kind of lost it in the moment, but he was definitely starting to struggle a little bit. I guess if I can give you an insight to what Carson feels.
Yeah, please do.
It would be not that he is scared of his father, but it's more of the extent of he feels as if he failed in a way, in a sense that I took them from somewhere where they were safe and I put them somewhere where they were supposed to be even safer. And then now they've gone through all these trials and tribulations. My father doesn't look the same. He's told me now my mother, my brother, denizens of the city have been altered and or killed and or have turned into the feral, which I've experienced deep in the caverns. That's a tough one for Carson because it kind of feels like I'm solely responsible for that. No, nobody else. So, as I brush past my father, stick the address in my coat.
And as you brush past me, he kind of reached out for what would have been a full-on hug and kind of turned into a... Yeah, the bird folk, he'd be an Aarakocra, essentially, and they do have hands.
Oh, they do have arms as well, don't they?
Yeah, they have wings and arms.
In my head, for some reason, I was only envisioning wings.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, bird legs, wings.
No, it is. They're like a feathered hands that kind of end in not like a bird feet. He definitely has like the bird feet with the talons and everything, but his hands end in like feathered fingers with kind of like sharp nails at the end. Almost if you could think of like an owl claw as opposed to like a raptor claw. Where his feet are very raptor-esque. But
wish he wasn't Alan. They're way cooler. I was kidding. I don't embrace.
Yeah, it kind of ends up as like a weird
side hug.
Yeah. You know, the side hug that it just almost ends up like his arm just like brushes off your shoulders and he gives you like an awkward pat.
I stop and let it happen. And then in a strong, clear my throat. Pizor, Zage, with me. Automatons, keep the ship safe.
And they silently fall in behind you.
Brish?
Yeah?
You're with me too.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Brish is like immediately behind you. The other two, Zage and Pizor, do not say anything. Brish, who's that? What was that about?
Later. Wait, where's Zishan?
Zishan is on the deck, kind of just
Oh, I apologize.
He's hanging out with the automatons. I'd say that. Yeah.
I apologize, Zishan. I did not see you. Will you please accompany me as well?
Of course.
Thank you.
Yes. I totally lost Zishan's voice, but
Because Zishan is old again.
no, he's young.
He's young again.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. It was a true flip flop.
Yeah.
But yes, whenever you guys had woken up from that 3-day journey,
That's
he was
right.
young.
He was old. Okay.
Yeah.
And I will lead the way, seemingly towards the palace in the gestured fashion. As I exit, I go, "Please excuse us. We're on official business."
And the crowd just parts, and everybody.
I walk and I just go. Just kidding.
As the crowd parts, they silently. The only thing you hear is the shuffling of bodies as they make way for you. But you can feel their stares, the hundreds and hundreds of pairs of eyes looking on you and just watching you as you go.
I do that thing when you get like really socially awkward. And you're just like very nervous from the situation where all eyes are on you and you just like lock in. You can feel the color leaving your face, but you're just like make a point. You pick a point out there and you just stare at it. You don't look left, you don't look right. I can feel like the color leaving my face, from just being put in this position. It's one thing for the ship to look up at me when it's the 4 or 5 of them, but now with all these individuals, and again, falling back on what I just said with Carson's feelings at the current moment, they would feel like a disservice to even look at people to know that, oh, you look like this beast folk because of my decision, So he just looks forward and walks.
And it's probably about like 1 in 6 people.
Still, one.
I'd say probably 1 in 8.
To Carson,
yeah.
One out of the whole transition would still be like a problem. You know what I mean? Like it's still a little tough. He's gonna have to find a way to settle this mentally.
Yeah.
So.
And awkwardly, silently, you push through the crowd. You can feel and hear your crew behind you. Zage and Pizor, silent and stoic. And then Brish kind of taking up the rear, with Zishan right in front of him. And he's saying hello to a few people he does recognize. Like, oh, hey, what's going on, Robert? And just making like quick conversation with people. And it is a stark contrast because he's the only one talking.
Yeah, fair enough.
And you guys quickly make your way to the palace, where you see kind of in stark contrast to your usual folk. I would say, do you need a charger? I saw that thing pop up. Okay.
Yeah. Okay for a little bit. Thank you, though.
I see, in stark contrast to Torvengard, where there was no guard presence. Everything was essentially an open book. You go wherever you want. There is actual guards here. There is armored guards with spears protecting the palace. And as you guys approach, they kind of stand at attention. And you're approached by one in particular, an Earth Genasi, with a kind of like an amethyst explosion coming off of his head as hair. He's broad-shouldered and quite a bit larger than you in kind of like size and stature. A little
disrespect.
Kind of like a bit of a belly on him as well. And he's in a gravelly voice. He says, "The king's expecting you."
Good.
Right this way. And he shows you inside and kind of like escorts you walking along. I hope you have good news.
Seems like we need some of it.
Yeah. It's weird here.
How have you been?
Hanging on.
Yeah, we've got good news.
I've lost family. A lot of us have. But we're flourishing.
What's your name?
Why do you gotta ask me that, man? Rubble. Captain Rubble.
Well, Captain, I am deeply sorry for what you've gone through.
What everybody's gone through. It's not just me.
No, I know. I am deeply sorry.
For what?
What you've gone through.
We're dealing.
I'm quiet after that.
Yeah. And you are escorted into the King's Chamber. It is a massive, beautiful building of carved staircases that glitter with all sorts of minerals, kind of like geodes that have been carved away into this massive stone staircase that spirals, or not spirals up, but just tapers up into this massive throne where the king kind of sits pensively looking down upon your arrival as all of your steps, all 6 of you, including the guard. I think it was 6, right? Somewhere around there. Zishan.
No.
Brit.
Carson. Excuse me.
I was
Zage.
going from the back forward.
Oh, Carson, Zage, Pizor, Zishan, Brish.
Okay, so 6 total with the guard.
I know, just give me a hard time.
So he stops at the base of the stairs and kind of like puts his arm back to stop Pizor and Zage and the rest as you continue up, and it is just your sole footsteps.
I take... How far away am I from it, then?
Let's call it like 17 staircases, or stair steps.
And I hear my own footsteps now, not a group. And I turn around and I go, no, they accompany me.
And the guard looks at you and then looks to the king. There's a soft nod, and they come up.
So,
And Brish is like, hey, thanks, Rebel. It's really nice to meet you. I like that armor.
Chins high, chest up, and I definitely am like one stair ahead of my team. And as I approach the landing, I take about 2 steps forward so that way they can hopefully get the picture, and they stop like at the step, like there. So they are directly behind me. And I get down onto a knee, lower my head.
King Harfig Emeraldjaw is still the Dwarven man that you would know. His arrival was one of the very last to come to Torvengard. He had came with the initial settlers, returned to Torvengard, and the full evacuation had undergone.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought he did come early. But that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so most of the evacuation had come on before he had actually joined the rest.
Very good.
And he looks down at you. Garsin. Captain Garsin. What news do you bring to Torvengard? Sorry, not to Torvengard. To New Torvengard.
We bring lots of news, sir. Many things have happened, apparently, outside of the city as also within. I should start by saying I'm sorry and take full responsibility for any actions that's happened here. Any punishment that you see fit, I will take.
There is a very long pause. I have thought long and hard about that very subject. I didn't know how to feel when everything was happening. I was angry for the longest time. Beyond angry to have my people put in this position. But I was counseled. This is not your fault. This was a joint discussion. And I do not know what would have happened to our people if we had stayed.
I will start by saying Torvengard is no more. exploded to the ether. The Artuks were trying to consume, and it was the opportunity to relinquish them of the life that they had. And we took it. Along with that, Tovengard was a chained anchor for Femus. By its destruction, allowed Femus to regain complete control over himself.
I need a moment. And he sits there for a while, scratching at his beard. You said Torvengard is no more.
Correct.
Exploded into the ether.
Correct.
What?
Ogre performed a ritual that freed the chain that succumbed Femus to his fate. In doing so, that superheated Torvengard. Myself, Pizor, and Zishan escaped narrowly with our lives. In the moments of the ritual, the Artuk began their savage invasion of our once beloved home. Through that, the decision was made to take them out as well, inadvertently. They were consumers, and bound to consume everything within the sphere if we did not act.
So Ogre is gone.
She is. Within her own right, she's gone. Her choice.
I know. That is what she always said. That her time was limited. As long as she did live. She always said she would die with Torvengard.
Excuse me.
And would wait for that moment. That is a deep loss to everybody here.
I agree. She was profound in her beliefs.
She was my closest counsel.
And an idol.
We will have to elect a new high priestess.
I think that would be very wise. As I said, Femus is free.
Good. The people of New Torvengard, their beliefs began to falter. We couldn't feel the inspiration of creation from here. It was like grasping at straws. Even I myself had to cling to the faith. It does feel different now.
I am hoping to demonstrate within the next 24 hours that Femus is alive and well.
How?
That is yet to be decided, my king. But a personal demonstration.
As I'm sure you're already aware, a lot has been happening here. You saw the people.
I saw my father.
Yes, they were. Fortunately, not any of the casualties. Your family all survived. We've kept close tabs on them and their cohort that arrived at the same time. They're healthy. They're happy. But they did change. underwent whatever it was that was happening. All of those people that survived, that were changed into the beast folk, they said they dreamt of 3 women approaching them, casting spells on them, incantations. I believe it is whether they allowed that to happen or if they fought it. That determined if they went feral. Those that went feral, it was hard for the city to recover. We had to fight our brothers in the streets, put down friends and family. Some of them even had to kill their own wives, their own children, their brothers. We didn't have choices, so hard ones were made. But we think we have a handle on the situation for now. We have a new settlement. The moon that the Surans inhabited. That's a weird situation. And I think we're going to take a break right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Phenomenal. Okay. All right, guys. Halftime, mid-roll. Listen, Linda. And you'll find out what you need to do.
And then get in the comments.
After that, we'll see you on the other side. Hey everyone, it's Brandon, your resident player here on Commander's Log, and thank you for tuning in to episode number 33 today. Look, we cannot thank every single person enough for all the support we've had so far. So if you haven't yet, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. And here's the important thing. If you want a chance to win Turtle Tabs by Boba Books, all you have to do is comment the word Fireball below. That's it. Comment the word Fireball and you will be entered in to win. And we only have a few more days. So get those entries in and good luck.
And welcome back. I hope you guys tuned in extra closely to that break to hear the key phrase that you need to comment down below to enter into the Turtle Tabs giveaway for the month of January. Coming into an end here. So, with all that being said, diving back into the story, picking right up back where we left off with the king. The moon has been a interesting situation. After you had left, we had sent a few scouts up there to make sure the Sarans were gone and that dragon and everything was taken care of. They had left some things behind. But by the time we got there, somebody had already taken up residence. I still don't know how I feel about him in particular. He's charming, I would say. But he does set me a little bit on edge. It's a tentative alliance. His name is Octavian Crimson. And he's a vampire. He hasn't hurt a single soul. But when we went back, he had already claimed the entire place to himself. And it's been a lot, but he's been a huge asset. He knows so much more about this crystal sphere than we ever have. But everything we do with him has come with a price. He trades information for goods. Kind of like a barter king, in a way. He's like, I think of him more as like a pirate. But truthfully, he's done good for the city and for Rathport itself, as that is what we call the moon now.
You call it what?
Rathport.
Rathport.
All he wanted from us originally was confirmation that we had killed the dragon. And he also wanted full claims to what the dragon left behind. The hold that the dragon had, which we didn't even know existed. So of course we let him have it. That was a mistake. But
What species is this individual?
I think he's a human.
And you said his name was what? Again?
Octavian Crimson. He says he has been on the tail of that dragon for the longest time because that dragon stole his wife from him and parts of his ship and even parts of his own body. And so he had been hunting the dragon but had never been able to get the better of it. So he was slightly indebted to us for taking care of it for him. But he took the opportunity that we did not seize and claimed that moon for himself. We went up there to establish a waypoint, a trading post for all the Spelljammers, to establish a new fishery, a new mining colony for gathering resources from beyond. And after a couple of days, he surfaced from the dragon's lair and basically told us this place is his now, and we can either try to take it from him or we can share it with him. We were not ready for another war or even another fight, so we negotiated.
Do you want me to take it from him?
I don't think that would be wise. He's been a valuable resource. He's a good man, truly. Very charming, very nice.
That makes me more nervous. Are we subject to vulnerabilities with him being there on Rathport? Will that be a long-term problem and only a short-term solution?
I don't know. It's been a struggle of mine as well.
Because we're developing, from my understanding, the Spelljamming Academy there. Admiral Jim Horder is there.
Yes.
Those are important to be safeguarded. If he is a liability.
Oh, Octavian already had his own Spelljammer. He had a whole crew. He has a harem.
Oh, he's not by himself even.
No.
There are others.
Yes.
Lovely.
Not many. He had about 20 with him.
Okay.
More than what we thought was worth to risk it. And after I sat down with Octavian himself, me and Tantum came to the conclusion that the tentative alliance would be worthwhile based on the sheer information that Octavian was able to give to us. We're not alone in this crystal sphere.
Absolutely not.
He told us so much of what else is out there, what's been going on for the past hundreds, centuries, as we have been struggling to survive on Torvengard. He actually thought it was kind of funny that is where we hid this entire time.
We were the outliers for sure.
We are far behind everybody.
Not behind. We were safe. Our people are stronger because of it, I think. our continued strength and push into the technology of spelljamming will be our biggest benefit.
But we are naive.
And that may be so. I will go on record. If this becomes a problem and you wish for me to take care of it, give me a word, and it will happen.
You'll be the first to know.
With that being said, there are many points of information here, but there is an individual named Paulus Pompeius Vespicilio, approximately. I did my best.
I know of Paulus.
What?
That's part of the information that Octavian gave to us.
Carson throws up his notes, just turned around and walks away. Well, fine, you don't need me, sir. Well, that's good. That is, that's great. I do not know what a merkin is, but he's a merkin fugitive, apparently very dangerous. Just wanted to bring that to your attention. For sake of brevity, if I can, I will just kind of like take that time to like go in to like start telling a lot of information here. There's a couple of key points I do want to do myself.
Yeah, for sure.
Being Zishan.
Yeah, okay.
And then I will go ahead. So I will inform him of everything that I know of the Githyanki.
Yeah.
Everything that I know of the Sir Lawns. Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, my meetings with them talking to me about the sphere, leaving the sphere, the mind flare, that whole good thing. I need a passport. Talk about us facing down the Githyanki, what we kind of were able to discern from those ships. Talk about the Thrycreen. And at one point, after I get into that part, I will ask Zage to drop the Ori down and then show him through our newfound abilities tracking the ships. And that's when I will include the Thrycreen stopped at this planet, went further, and then I will show him the 10th planet with the 16 ships that went from there, heading to these three, and heading in our direction towards the Torvin Fields.
Now that is information I did not have. I'll admit I knew of the Solons, the Githyanki, Polis, and everything that they had been orchestrating. The threat that the Ascanari have posed to this entire realm, the larger police force that is the Solons on behalf of the Illithid. Octavian told all of us that. He said he's been here, he's been alive for, well, about 1700 years. So he knows most of that history. He watched the Ascanari, their rise to their empire that they have created. He told us that in the beginning they had destroyed his planet, and that is how he became a vampire, was because of the fallout of what the Ascanari left behind. And then he told us that the Ascanari kind of disappeared for ages. He could never find them to bring about the retribution. The Solons eventually showed up as a police force, as an investigative force on behalf of the Illithid, claiming they were looking for Paulus and the Ascanari, and that whatever it is that those are up to is posing a direct threat to the Illithid Empire as well as our sphere, which is why the Illithid are trying to claim it themselves, because of what the Ascanari are doing. We did not know where they were coming from, so that information is that is incredible. That is good information. And after that full conversation, if there's anything you want to add to that.
No, I think I would just leave it at that. And the last piece of information I think I've probably held too long while we've been standing here, and that is the gods that we knew or did know are structured much differently than we had ever thought. There are many more. 15 to 20, if I had to put an approximate number. And Themis had 3 children. I say had, as 2 of them are no more. Zishan, if you don't mind joining me, please.
And Zishan steps forward, and he kind of gives a awkward half bow, mostly just a head nod to the king.
Sir Imildraw, standing before you is Zishan, the son of Themis, and the god of knowledge.
Zishan speaks up. It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Zishan, and as Carson has said, I am the son of Themis. I see you wear his symbol. I see it all around your city. Thank you for honoring him. I believe you and your people are the only things that kept him alive. Kept me alive. I'm not a god, despite what Carson has said. I'm not a god anymore. As I've been told by my father, that power is gone from me. But my knowledge remains. Everything I once knew, ages, is still here. I've regained that knowledge because of Carson. But I have no powers.
No powers yet.
I have no powers yet. But thanks to your people, my father has regained his powers. And there's hope for this crystal sphere. There's hope even though we are still under threat. And I'll tell you right now, King, the Ascanari are the biggest threat to your people. I was expecting you to...
I almost said, I hope you can feel the palpitation during that one, because I almost and the king says,
Oh my god.
If you say so, I will believe you.
Good. Oh man. The king looks down at him. And he
Oh, wow.
hops off
Right,
of the throne and falls to a knee in a deep bow. If you are truly the son of Themis, it might be blasphemy to say, but you are still a god in my eyes. Whether or not you have the powers that you think you once wielded, you are still that same god, the son of Themis. Whatever Torvin God can do to help you, we are at your beck and call. If you are the god of knowledge, what is it that is happening to my people? And Zishan responds, I do have thoughts about that. They said it was... I need to speak to someone that has seen these women. that have undergone the change. But I think I have a theory. And I would love to work on a fix for this. There are more of my family out there. There's my aunt, Themis's sister. She lives somewhere. Tiara, the goddess of life. Her daughters all live. There's a few others, mostly ones that lived on the fringes of godhood. Concepts more than gods. Gods nonetheless. But, and Themis told me this, if we can bring Tiara back, if we can establish her as a god, her and her children, this crystal sphere can be restored to what it once was. The ages before the Ascanari. A reclamation of our sphere. That is my goal. And the king says, whatever you need, our resources are at your beck and call. Our brightest mind is on the moon. But none on the moon have been transformed. I can leave you with a few of our people that have been changed. Actually, one of my advisors, Pierce, and who you recall as Pierce Amethyst, the Earth Genasi, walks forward, and she... Oops.
Is no one gnome? No, it's all beast folk.
Did you say what?
No, gnome. Because wasn't she kind of snarky?
She was... I don't know if you'd say snarky, more kind of like snooty in a way. Yeah. Okay. She walks forward and she is a very lithe but tall minotaur. You see the horns that cool. Her hair that used to be the amethyst colors is now horns of gemstones. As she walks forward and she nods to you and she says, "It's a pleasure to see you again, Carson."
Pierce.
And you must be Zishan. I've overheard this conversation. I'd be more than willing to share any information that I can with you. Please, my offices are this way. And Zishan looks to you and he says, I've got some business to take care of.
Understood. We will meet each other soon.
You know where to find me.
Yes.
Carson, I will do what I can to stop this.
I know you will. Good luck.
And he walks away. Dapped up the god.
You got that motion, twin.
I don't even know what you just said.
That's right, dude.
I'm too old for that.
You're right. You old, dude. Old nut? Okay. Her name's Pierce, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And the king says to you, the one bit of information, aside from the location of where all these Githyanki is coming from, I've never heard of these Thrycreen. What is this? Who is this? Where are they? What are they?
The best thing that I can say is they are very similar to an oversized bug. I've had many time to reflect on my decisions, and I don't think they are bad in any way, shape, or form. During the moment, I was very defensive and very caught off guard. We were being chased by the Gith Yankee and continually bombarded by their ships. And so when we would relinquish Zishan from his slumber, it caught me off guard to see another newfound species at the doorstep. I was nervous and scared, and I did my best to protect my crew. And that I think that I may have quite literally overstepped the line and botched a potential alliance. I think they were in the right heart, in the right mind. It just wasn't the right time. They talked of worshipping our same gods, Zishan and Femus, and they were protecting it. But I know not if we will get the chance again to speak. It is interesting as they hit the planet, and Zage had described them as drifting off. Zage, I was unable to ask you, did it feel like they were drifting off with purpose from the planet, or did it feel like the ship was at a slow speed?
It's a slow drift.
And that troubles me, sir. I know not what is on that planet. We've not had a chance to go that far. But my heart tells me that there's something there that took care of the Thrycreen and set their ship sail.
As in they might be gone.
Correct.
Do we have any way of contacting them? Pizor clears his throat, he says.
Oh wait, yeah, Pizor, I was like, does Zage have it?
I am sorry to interrupt you. Oh, they about mashed. I'm sorry to interrupt you. But
We are one.
King, it is so nice to see you again. I've been working on some magics to where I might be able to send a message to the one that spoke with us. It'd be a long shot, but it's the possibility.
Are you able to do that today, Pizor?
Not today.
Okay.
And the king speaks up and he says, I am always one for forging alliances, and I trust your judgment. Do you think it is possible to journey to that planet if we need to?
Anything is possible, sir. Yes. We can absolutely do that.
Octavian has never mentioned the Thrycreen. I'm almost curious to know if he knows anything about them. But he's also a dealer in information.
Well, I would like to speak with him, as well as I would love to see Tantham.
Of course, the raft port is always open. It's become quite beautiful, I'll admit.
Well, that's great. I feel like we have a little bit of to-do list here in town. Restock supplies. The ship has taken a little bit of a beating. A little bit of upgrades in that regard.
Let us know what we can do for you.
Well, if there's any free bosuns, I feel comfortable enough to tackle the Starhammer and its damages. That'd be much willing.
It will be
Much
taken care of.
appreciated. Thank you, sir. The Chester board as well, I think needs a little bit of love and tender care.
Done.
We'll call that TLC, short for Tender Love and Carlisle.
Oh my god.
Only regarding the chest, of course. That's so funny. Sorry. Other than that, we'll just need supplies, restock our kitchen. I do have some weaponry to drop off that we were able to get. There's some finely made things maybe we can learn from that I have acquired. So, if my word means anything, sir, now would be the time for us to truly perfect our craft in our navy and our military. Given the changes to our denizens, we just need to be stronger now more than ever. I know not where these 16 ships are going, and they scare me. We need to be strong. I will bring it, as I look toward Pizor, to the Council of Chiefs as well. How have things been between you two? Maybe I should ask
Excellent.
first. Good. That's great news.
The relationship has been strong and promising. Their city, Rawas, is flourishing, and quite a few of our people have chosen to reside there.
Oh, really?
It's a peaceful town,
Good.
much less busy as NT is.
NT.
That is what most people call it here. New Tovengard was a mouthful,
Yeah,
and so
I like it.
it's grown.
NT.
But most of the residents here call it NT.
There you go.
But to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city, a lot of them have gone to Rawas, taken up residence, and they've welcomed them with open arms.
That's phenomenal.
Rawas is the people, they actually helped us establish the city on the moon, Rathport, and have helped in the negotiations with Octavian. They've been valuable, and we've been able to meld our two societies together, each learning from each other. More importantly, they have encouraged the exploration of the city, of the planet itself, and we are learning more and more about the rest of it. Beyond the mountains,
Yes.
is a wasteland. The pharaohs run wild. There are very, very few civilizations out there.
Do I have that or you have that?
I think I do. I'll pull it out real quick. Yeah, I do.
Sir Logan is pulling out a map that he
Bam!
showed me many, many moons ago.
Most importantly, we have found the ruins of a city, and that's all that is over there is ruins and beast folk. There is an establishment of beast folk, and he pulls out his own map, and he points. Let me make sure I got it right myself. He points to
Like the forest is?
there, at the base of the forest.
Okay.
There is an establishment there of strong magic wielders. Astronomers, they call themselves. They are wealth of knowledge about what has been going on the other side. They know a lot about the pharaohs and the planet itself. And they've told us that the moon, the green one, has not always been there. It's Rathport. They call that moon Nida. That has always been in the skies. But the other one, Dyphus, as the Rawas call it, that has not always been there. And the Rawas people, they seem to worship Dyphus.
Yes, they do.
The wave speaker says her powers, as well as the other wave speakers, the apprentices, they say they all feel their powers come from that moon. Paizo speaks up and he says, that is where God, it's so hard to distinguish between those two. That is, nope, gone.
That is where I come from. Oh, it's just me in there. That is.
That is where I've always felt I've gotten my power too. A strange connection to the tides and life itself.
I am filled with many questions, sir. The beast folks that are in this town, did you ask them, do they have the same transformations that ours are going through at the moment?
They actually have, yes. Most of them have undergone that transformation. They do have some that are natural denizens that have been born into the beast folk.
Sure.
But they claim that every resident on this planet, at one point traces their ancestries to a more human lineage similar to us, and that they've undergone the changes. They've even met some people that arrive to this planet, not from the skies, not from above, but emerging from the forests and coming to their ruins for sanctuary. These people say they come from, they call it the Feywild. But whenever they arrive...
That's the name of the forest, then?
No. They say the Feywild is a different place from the forest. And they've come from the Feywild and found themselves in that forest, and they cannot find their way back. When they cannot find their way back, they either go insane or they become one of the beast folk. And
wow.
Those wizards from those ruins have studied the transformations, and they've been our best help in warning us that if we want to have any hope of not changing, we have to leave the planet. That is why we are sending people to vacation homes, essentially, on Rathport.
So we've explored to the west. Have we gone further east at all?
A little bit, yeah. Most of that is hostile territory. Hence why we have beefed up our securities.
I know there's a lizard folk, according to the Rawas, that they fought for many ages.
Lizard folk and snake folk as well.
There's more Surans.
No different than those. They're locals.
Ah.
They have dwelled in those jungles forever, from what the Rawas have told us.
Well,
people of evil magic and sinister intentions. If you plan on going east over the mountains...
West?
Yep. Oh, is that west? Sorry.
It's backwards to you.
Yeah,
No,
nope,
fine.
you're right. Those astronomers, they say do not spend time in the woods. It's a place of dark magic. Magic that will twist you beyond just the ferals.
That is very good to know. I will keep mind of that.
We found one other civilization north of those mountains, or north of the woods. There, right there. It is a scared folk. They are skeptical of us not trusting. But it's a small community of people that are just trying to survive out there in the wastelands. It's hard enough to find them because all they do is hide.
And are they like you and I?
More beast folk.
It's good to know. I see the. Is this mark? Would this ruins actually be on his map as well?
No, those would not be.
Very good. Well, I guess the question I have for you, King, is what do you ask of myself in the Starhammer then?
I honestly haven't thought of that.
I just asked for a few days of reprieve.
Of course.
But other than that, we are at your beck and call.
I will contemplate what is the prime directive, what we need to accomplish. I mean, of course, we need to stop the people from this transformation, but we've got that handled for the time being.
Okay.
It sounds like Zishan might even be doing a little bit of his own research, coming to conclusions, hopefully solutions. My biggest fear, and a point to your expertise, is whatever those Githyanki ships are coming for. Whatever grabbed their attention and brought them in this way. I don't want that to be us. I do not want to bring a war to these people.
Absolutely.
I do not want to be chased off of our new home.
Very good.
I would also like more allies. If those Thrykreen are allies, that is good news. We need whatever we can take. And perhaps they know more of the Githyanki, or even the Surlons, or whatever. If they're way out there, on that far reach planet, that's closer to the Githyanki than we've ever been.
Well, we will contact him, I believe, in the morning, Paizo, correct?
Yes.
We will contact him in the morning, and we will let you know the outcome. I will come back in 48 hours and update you / give you my next suggestion for our cause and if there's anything you'd rather us do.
Take your time to rest. Do not feel rushed to go off and meet Octavian.
Well, I'm more rushed to see Tantham, but
explore the city. Enjoy everything that you have done for these people. And do not let what has happened sit on your conscience. That sits on me. I made that decision for everybody to move here. I was the one that led us here. I'm the king. You did not force us to do anything. You found a solution to our problems. We do need to restore our faith in our Themis.
absolutely.
That is my number one priority, actually. The more I think about it, that is my number one priority.
I believe that as well as Zishan. I have a feeling that we need to help him regain his followers. He was lost to time. And the only difference between him and Femus is Femus was still a recognizable name within our communities, at least. And I'm afraid that I think that Zishin was the opposite. He was lost. His name has not been spoken. I think that at least that's a start.
Sounds like a great place to start.
Well,
welcome home, Carson.
thank you. It's good to be home. I will see you shortly. Let's make it at the end of the week. Do we know? Do you actually know what day it is?
The 16th of Charstill is today.
So I written down what do we know what day do you issue a day?
I would have to
That's
look
fine,
at
no
the
problem.
calendar, but I can.
I'll come back on the morning of the 21st in 5 days,
5 days.
and I'll update you. That'll give me time.
Perfect. Anything we can do for you in the meantime, don't hesitate to reach out.
Yes, sir.
Our resources are yours.
Ad Astra.
Ad Astra.
I bow, and I walk backwards down the stairs.
And as you and your entourage, maybe not entourage,
Right.
exit out, Rubble gives you a head nod, and you exit from behind the waterfall. The crowd's dispersed, and the docks is back to its normal activities.
So, like, there are other spaceships. Sorry, but Spelljammers.
Yep.
Literally being spaceship. But yeah, on the dock itself too. Because didn't you say like the arcs are down in the water?
Yeah. So the arcs are basically just berthed right up to the shoreline, and there's a handful of other ships, but there's quite a few galleons and a couple of bombards.
That's sweet.
A small, you would know there's none of the gym runners here. It looks like most of
Makes
the
sense.
ships are of the Onyx Armada.
Okay.
Yep.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you take the platforms down?
Yes. Yeah, so one side brings you up and the other side brings you down because there's two different wheels at the base.
So the other one goes negative
Yeah.
while one's positive.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Well, Pizor, do you want to, for lack of a better term, hang out here for the next day and then we go to the council? Or would you prefer us? I mean, you're more than welcome to go grab the Chester and take that to your home.
I am here with you. Whatever you need with me, whatever you want.
Well, we will, by all means, we will be going. I just didn't want to delay your time if you wanted to see family. But we will spend the rest of today here, tomorrow, and then we'll go tomorrow to see the Raw Lost people and check in. And then we'll kind of decide what we're going to do for those last 3 days. I think it's very important for us to go see Tantham.
I agree.
I think that the king is our king, but Tantham and I are on a different eye to eye, I would say. And I'm also interested in potentially finding someone else to add to our crew if we're going to be gone for long, extended periods of times. Potentially finding a bosun might be important. I hardly knew what I was doing when I hopped on the ship. Finding somebody that I can actually take care of it when we're going to be gone for weeks at a time might be important.
More than just what Zage could do.
Zage is busy enough being able to pilot it. And I don't mean, and Zage, you are here as well, I guess. I'm not trying to talk over you by any means. I think this is a ship's decision. But I think it would probably benefit us just to have somebody else that could actually fix the ship in those moments we have.
Perhaps Tantham has somebody in mind.
Yeah. Instead of us piecemealing it. Because when I look at the ship from this angle, I really did a crap job when I fixed that underside of the hull.
It's not pretty. It's a shame to see the damage that's come to the Starhammer.
And I nudged Pizor, never mind, I think you did that one, I wouldn't do that.
Listen, it's not like I swing a hammer every day, okay?
What are you trying to say?
I can heal people, I cannot heal the things.
It would be really useful if we could just heal the ship up. Yeah, and look at the back there. We suck.
I think I can still see the teeth marks from the one thing that bit into it.
That big rock?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it might bode us well, maybe. What say everyone?
a bosun is a good idea.
I agree.
Oh yeah, we should. Yeah, we should get a bosun.
And I think that it would help with. Brish should give you someone to maybe also, you can also. I think it'd be a good opportunity for you to learn new skills as well.
What?
So,
Am I being fired?
no.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I would.
Oh, man.
I would argue that'd be kind of a promotion.
I was scared. One time, my boss told me I got promoted to customer. Yeah. I didn't know what it meant. I was really excited about it. I thought you just did that to me.
Yeah, you got promoted as passenger.
Yeah. I mean, I'd still be a cool passenger. But I was worried. I was really liking cooking on the ship.
No.
I enjoy
Brish,
it.
you are our ship's chef.
Good.
And that's not going anywhere. But I think it would bode well when those times if you could also help learn the trade. And I think we all should actually learn. It would make it much easier in those moments we can repair the ship. But when Paizo and I are out and Zage is piloting the ship to safety, if we have a nice trusted bosun and you're able to help hand in hand in those moments, I think it would help us just keep us safe.
I'd be willing to learn something like that.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. That's great news. Well, I would say everybody has the rest of the day free. You're more than welcome. This is my folks' address. You're more than welcome to come here for dinner this evening. Of course, the ship's doors are always open to our crew, so you're more welcome to stay there.
I think I'm gonna go see what the city has to offer.
Absolutely.
Just a little private exploration. Try to see if I can't find my family. Yeah, there's some here somewhere.
Absolutely should. Would you like me to find out where they are?
No, I'll find them.
Okay.
I got a knack for that.
You know, you do have a lot of knacks for a lot of things, don't you?
Yeah. Thanks.
It was a compliment, by all means. Brish, I've loved having you on the ship and look forward to many more. Here is... $50 platinum.
What?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. It was 100.
And he just catches the large sack of jangling coins.
The king said he would be filling up most of our wares, but if there's any specific you would like or anything additional you would like to purchase, that is from the last go we had. If you do need more, let me know. But I think that should be enough.
This is an irresponsible idea. See ya! Zage looks to you, he says,
And here's yours.
What for?
Well, I think you might need some new materials. I'm afraid I haven't given you enough material with the time that you've had at your disposal to continually engage your intellect that you are so profoundly found. This would be a good time to find anything else. Upgrading automatons, building new ones. You are beyond one of the smartest people I've ever had the opportunity to, and I don't want there to be a separation if needed from your continued growth. So, yours has 2,000 in it. I figure your things could be a little bit more expensive.
2,000 platinum?
Yes. Well, 2,000 gold pieces total, so 200.
Okay.
200 platinum. There's a mixture, but approximate 2,000.
Yeah, I've got
Technically,
some upgrades in mind.
his will have like 2,400.
Okay. Yeah, I have quite a few upgrades in mind.
Good.
Are you satisfied with the automatons?
Oh, absolutely.
Any improvements you could make upon them themselves?
No, they've been phenomenal. I just haven't had quite the moments to explore with them as much as I have, but I'm assuming in the coming future there will be many a time. So I figure we'll need some material to repair. Just putting that out to the ether as things go haywire sometimes, so...
Of course, I'll find some repair material and also I've got a lot of ideas, so of course. I'll be seeing you. You can find me on the ship if you need me eventually.
Okay.
Farewell.
Farewell. And Paizo, here's 1,000 gold for you.
I do not know what to do with this. I will.
Well, do some exploration through the city, and there might be some things you would like to collect. So.
Okay. Yes.
Very good.
I will be back on the ship eventually. I'll be there tonight.
Okay. Very good.
Good. Enjoy the city, and I'll see you later.
Yes. I shall, and I'll see you shortly. It'll go by quick, I'm sure. And we all disperse, and I kind of sit there for a second.
Yeah. You take in the surroundings of the dock, of the space dock that looks down upon the city. And that is where we're going to call tonight's session.
Hey, that was lots of information. Phenomenal session. Great.
Session 33 comes to a close.
Woo. Okay.
With a massive change and kind of a closing of a story.
Yeah.
Kind of the next steps in our journey of wherever this campaign will take us. So
Lovely.
I'm super excited for everything to come. Super grateful for everything that has passed. So thank you guys for joining us here. Be sure to get in the comments, enter into that giveaway. But otherwise, just start a conversation, get chatting with us. And by all means, we'll be seeing you.
See you next week.